I like Tiesto. Hey guys, Joe Tech here. Actually, not really Joe Tech. I do my vlog, so it's Joey from New York. Hey, forget about it. My daughter over here laughing. I'm getting ready to drop her off to school. Well, not drop her off to school. The bus is coming. And, right? Why are you laughing? I'm going to blur your face out, so it doesn't really matter. You think JT will check to see if you're on?
Probably not.
No? Okay. So it's a rainy Friday. It's disgusting. I don't like it. So I have a request from my subscribers. Actually, multiple requests. One, I'm curious to tell me what your computer system is. What do you game with? It's either PC, Xbox, PlayStation. If it's a PC, please comment below on your specs. Like what kind of video card, what kind of CPU, how much memory, what kind of hard drive. You know, the 4 basic things that is needed. If you want to tell me what your motherboard is, that'd be cool. I may do another benching of games next, but we will see. It's this time so time consuming. I like to play Arc, so we'll maybe see how many frames a second that does. So we'll compare it. And real gameplay, because benchmarking is one thing and gameplay is a whole nother thing. So, anywho, so I have to do a couple errands and got to get some things for the wife, and then we're off home to horse around. What's the matter? Why don't you say something? I can blow your face up, but you can still talk. I like Tiesto. It's one of my favorite, absolute favorite. He is, I just love that kind of music that he does. Very impressive. But anyway, I don't know who else likes Tiesto, but I like him because he makes the music on the fly. He just does mixes based on rhythms and beats and instrumental. It's just very, very impressive. Oh, bus is here. I love you. Mwah. You have a great day. Don't go yet. It's not here yet. And when it comes, then you can zip out.
That's wrong now.
That's funny. Cutie patootie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Emily. I love you.
Things I gotta do, some stuff, and then we'll come back home. But yeah, so I need you guys to do me that favor and tell me what you guys like to see. Normally when I do vlogs I talk about myself, but this is a little bit different, and I like to, you know, ask questions. So tell me about yourselves, man. You know, this is a vlog about me, but you know what? Like I said in the beginning of the video, it would be great if you guys could tell me about yourselves. You know, to what kind of computers, what do you like to do, what do you like to see on my channel. You know, like what are you interested in? You know, it's, believe it or not, I'm one of the rare people that you'll find on YouTube. I care about what you think. Believe it or not, I really do. I truly do. If you're upset with something that I said or what I did or the benchmarks, please comment below. I need to know, because then how am I going to fix it? You know, I get involved with my subscribers. Even when I get larger, I'm still going to get involved with my subscribers, because you guys rock. You're watching me for a reason, and that reason is because I give you quality videos that are non-biased and they're real. Like I don't just, you know, if I review something, I don't make it better than it actually is. I mean, what's the point of doing a review? It's if I give you fake or inaccurate results. You know, like that RX 580. I mean, compared to the 480, it's the same freaking card. There's no difference. And really, you're just overclocking your RX 480. So between those two cards, is really not hell of a difference. It's just an overclocked 480, heavily overclocked 480. So they binned them a little differently. That's about it. That's all they did. It's a different bin. They put a little bit more time and effort into creating the GPU, the chip itself, so it can actually go faster. And they changed the memory. So instead of going 7,000 megahertz combined, 1750 times 4, it's 2,000 times 4. So it's a whole 1,000 megahertz faster, which is substantial. So that's 250 megahertz higher times 4. Everybody has a story. Everybody. Meaning everybody's got something interesting happening in their life. No one has a perfect life, otherwise they wouldn't be working, or they wouldn't be working to pay off bills, houses, cars. Everybody's got something different in their lives that matter. And that is something that people think or take for granted, and I don't do that. I mean, I don't judge. I've been in crazy, like I said, I've been unemployed for 4 years. So I decided to do YouTube as my full-time gig. So you, my subscribers, I need to keep happy all the time. So I'm always doing videos just for you. And I really love the interaction. I love, commenting back and forth as if you're friends with me, which is essentially you are. Because if you're talking to me, like we're one-on-one, but it's through text. And that I absolutely love. I love talking to you guys. I love it. I really want to try to turn those thumbs down to thumbs up. And I need to understand why you did a thumbs down. This doesn't matter. I like it like this, but YouTube, it doesn't matter, because it's still considered an interaction, period. Interaction. That's it. It doesn't matter. So, anyway. This will be a quick vlog. I haven't done my vlog in a while. I didn't do it last week. I've been so crazy busy with all the other videos I've been doing. It's hard. I'm telling you, man, it's so hard to do. I'm not complaining. It's difficult to constantly, because I have a family life too. I got kids, I got a wife. We got things that we like to do together. So to be able to do all that, and on top of that, school. I got college. I went back to college, and I graduate, by the way, in December 2017, coming up. So I got 2 more classes. I'm taking computer math, which is Math 107, and political science, which is POL 105. But I would really prefer to continuously do YouTube. If this takes off, then it takes off. But I'm striving to do the best that I possibly can for my subscribers, period. That's all I like to do. I'm a tech guy. I'm very much into technology, hardware, software, how-tos. That's what I do. You guys see my room, my office. I mean, come on, it's just loaded with stuff. It's so much computer crap. I got towers all over the place. All over the place. Cases, all over the place. Laptops, all over the place. It's crazy. You know what? Let me shut the car off and I'll show you what I mean. I mean, my room's a little bit of a mess right now. So I'm a regular person. I have a mess. Everybody, some people think that, you have to have a pristine thing, but I work in this office nonstop. So this is what I do. Nonstop working. And my computer is on. So there's my wife's computer with dual monitors. And she doesn't need anything fancy. And there's another solar panel down there. Here's another tower. And here's the RX 580, right here. I'm not using it. I just bought it for that video. I may keep it. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it yet. I may return it, but I have to. What I want to do is I wanted to do some gameplay with it. I want to see how well it plays games, because I haven't done that yet. I've done just benching with benchmarks and stuff like that, but that's not really the same. So if I can play, like, say, Arc with it and see how well it plays, then we'll, I'll do a frames per second on that and compare that and see how well it plays. So that's pretty much like 19. I play 1920 by 1200. I gotta put this video card back in. This is the GTX 1050 titanium. You can see that on the thing. See how tiny it is? Super tiny. No power connector, nothing. It's a really great. Oh, there we go. It's a really great video card. Look, it's so powerful. And to think that this little card is the same performance as a 780 titanium. Wacky, right? You can't. It's hard to believe that little card does the same performance as this big monster. Unbelievable. Crazy. So the 780 Ti. I just got video cards just floating around. GTX 580. It's so funny. GTX 480. And I got a stack of them. They're right here. Alright. And I have loads of tiny little cards too. Like, really, like small ones. PCI Express. I think this is like an 1850. DVI-I. And a funky connector. Oh yes, it's S-Video. That's right. That tells you how old this is. I got tons and tons of crap everywhere. Here's a PCI video card. As a technician, you should always have one of these available to you. Because if you're having trouble with video, most likely they have at least a PCI slot in it. And if not, you have one of those. Notice there's no fan on it. The reason for that is there's no reason to have active cooling. Passive cooling is better because you don't have to worry about the fan dying. And for testing purposes, that's why these are out. So PCI test video card. And this other one, PCI Express test video card. This is to make sure that when you're testing something, you have two little cheap cards that you can pop in and check to make sure that the PCI Express is working and it's not the video card that's currently in there fault. So this is always good to have. I have a ton of them. I mean, there's so many of them. I got another one. It's a PNY little card. HDMI, DB15, DVI-D. I'm sorry, DVI-I. I mean, how many video cards can one have, right? 9600 GT. Crazy. I got another 3 here. Video cards. Another PCI video card. I'm not kidding you, man. These are old. 8600 GTS. It actually uses a 6-pin connector. So it's 75 watts on the card, on the PCI slot, PCI Express slot, and then a 75 watt 6-pin connector. So this is a 150 watt card. Isn't that funny? This is 150 watts. It's an 8600 GTS. Back in the day when NVIDIA didn't know what they were doing. I'm only kidding. 9500 GT. No power, but you can slide it. It's got the slide connector on it. Silly. This is a crappy card. This doesn't do much of anything. That was kind of a joke. But yeah, I have all these video cards all over the place. They're not very, very good for gaming right now because they're extremely dated. But most of the time, they're just for basic Windows operations and stuff like that. All right, guys. Well, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And again, comment below. I really like your comments. I really do. Thanks.